You know, I knew that we needed something, an anchor or something downtown to help the revitalization. I knew that that was going to be really important, but I didn't know what it was until I went to Missoula. And I sat by the mayor of Missoula, and he got up and talked about how they had put together this carousel. It was a community project, and they had carved all of the animals, and it was just gorgeous. I thought, oh, this has got to be it. 8.5 years ago, I told him, we are going to have a carousel. It is going to happen, and it is going to be wonderful.
This is a fantastic community project. You're dealing with hundreds of people, and not only are these hundreds of people here helping us out, but it's also a social club for a lot of people too, because you have these people that come in 3-4 times a week, really having a good time. And so it just speaks highly of the community. This is the kind of nonprofit that people want to get involved in, because it's really a great community project. From January of 2011 to June of 2011, we ended up serving over 900 kids coming in here from local schools and also from schools from all over the place. We've had visitors from Australia to Saudi Arabia and all over Europe, all over Asia. We've also had visitors from all 50 states, including U.S. territories Guam and Puerto Rico.
The carousel was donated to Albany here, and it's a 1909 Denzel carousel. Denzel is the family that own it. The Denzel family and the National Carousel Association donated it to Albany. And when this came along, this was a gift that you could not replace. This carousel is a 50-foot diameter. It's 25 feet tall. It's a 3-row, 52 animal. A lot of carousels are just horses. The Denzel family is all animals, different types of animals and horses. So there's more characteristics to this type of carousel.
As I understand, they wanted this to be a world-class carousel, kind of in the Denzel style, where we could do it just as good as we can. They tried for good anatomy and realism. As far as the small touches you see on all these animals, the sponsors choose those, things that mean something to their family or their names on it. I appreciate the art of the project, and I enjoy working on it because it's something really special to the community, and special as far as just modern day artwork goes.
When I heard that this was going to happen, well, I couldn't wait to get down here and join it. So I've been with it from the beginning. One of the big things I like about this is it is a menagerie. We do have all kinds of different animals, not just equine. This is really good for me. I like this.
The animals take longer than you'd think to paint. We're using oil paints, and oil paints need to dry between layers. About 8 layers of paint goes on one of these things. The 2 to 2.5 years it takes to carve it is followed up by about a year of painting, and then it rests for 6 months because it's oil paint, and the oil paint has to cure before you can put anything else on it.
For me, it's more of a community thing. I just want everybody to be involved and to be proud of what we're doing. Everybody is kind of playing a part, I think, just by being here, because every visitor that comes in feels welcome just by the people they talk to, and visitors don't really know who's carving on what. They just know that they're involved, and so, I mean, this is history in the making, I think, is by what we're doing.
Monteith Park, its origins are a landfill, a riverside dump. And so the vision obviously was to make a dump into something much more attractive than what it was back then. And so this isn't my vision, but it was a vision that was really of the former Director of Parks and Recreation here in Albany, Dave Clark. His vision was to transform Monteith, what is now Monteith Park, from a landfill into a park that could be enjoyed by residents and to establish concerts along the riverfront. The carousel gives us an opportunity to continue the work that was done on First Avenue, apply it to Washington, the block on Washington between First Avenue and Water Avenue. That is the entrance to the park, and so what I think many of us envision is a much more beautiful streetscape landscaped, maybe giving us a chance to sort of bring the park out across the railroad tracks. But if we can use the carousel as sort of a lever to pull the park further into downtown and use the carousel as the terminus of that connection, I think Albany is going to be a much more attractive city.
I think the carousel does sort of help tie many of the attractions that we have in Albany together in a very positive way. We have, of course, a beautiful riverfront park with Monteith River Park, a trail system that goes through that park. We also have a wonderful downtown, particularly here on First Street, where we have many historic buildings. And having the carousel here, how we phrase it in our downtown planning is it becomes an anchor, a place at one end of town where people will want to come and visit, and then will lead them into other areas. Again, having the connection between the carousel and the park and the downtown, I think will do wonders for the prosperity of the area.
We've had a real resurgence right now, even with the economic downturn. We have gotten so many investment projects going in this period of time, and it's due to the people, I believe, who still love and appreciate downtown, recognize its potential for what it is. But I think of the people in the past too, who have done all that work before. And every time we do something now to improvement, we are actually thanking those individuals for the effort they made a long time ago. As far as the individual or the company who wants or is considering investing in the carousel, they have to understand that they're not investing in just one situation, one involvement. They're investing in the entire town. It's not just the property value increase, it's not just the tourism, it's not the improvement of the whole business atmosphere, which it can be, but it is an investment in our children too. Because children deserve to have a place where they can go to and truly enjoy themselves on a true basis. I think it's a responsibility. If you care for a town, you understand that it's been over a period of time where people have put their hearts and their souls into maintaining that town and improving it. I think we have an obligation to their efforts to continue with that and to improve it as it is today.
But as far as actually the building is concerned, we probably need about $4 to $5 million to finish that. We do have about $1 million that is a match, but anybody that want to donate, if they gave us $100, that would be $200 because it would be a match. So that's one of the things that we really need to work on, is to come up, and we're not quite halfway with that match. People are going to step up and give, just even that $500, that's all going to make a difference.
When you invest in this, it's not just the money. You are creating so many memories for so many children, whether they're from Albany, Carousel, New York, and you're investing in the family unity aspect of it. You're giving the families of Albany and other families the opportunity to open this up to their children. Because again, they're going to see the physical being, but they're also going to learn about how this was a community project, how many people have invested in it, and the interest. And they'll learn the art, so they'll learn, painting, or they'll understand and they'll see the joy of the workers who are down here, how much they like contributing to public service. So it's an example to them as far as being a good citizen and volunteering for whatever project. But I think it's probably the best investment one could make.